Good afternoon. My name is David Smythe. I am the United Nations Special Envoy for Korean Unification. I was appointed by the General Assembly on the recommendation of UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. My responsibility is to advise the Secretary General on all matters related to Korean unification. The United Nations Security Council has declared its support for the integration of the societies of North and South Korea in a democratic manner. It has also expressed its intention to support the independence and external security of unified Korea. It is an honor to meet with you today in connection with this historic mission. I believe it would be useful to begin by reviewing the dramatic events of the past 6 months that have led to Korea's unification and the present circumstances. On April 15th of this year, the 100th anniversary of the birth of the late North Korean leader Kim Il-sung, his grandson Kim Jong-un formally succeeded his father as North Korea's de facto leader. In his inaugural remarks, Kim Jong-un expressed support for basic reform of the North Korean economic and political systems. He explained that his grandfather was a man of vision and humanity, but also a very practical person. Kim Il-sung, he said, believed in adjusting to changing external and technological conditions. Kim Jong-un promised that he would work with the international community to improve the livelihood of the people of North Korea, and that he also intended to cooperate closely with South Korean authorities for eventual Korean unification. Meanwhile, in South Korea, the Progressive Party won the National Assembly election on April 11 on a platform urging intensive engagement with North Korea. Immediately after Kim Jong-un's inaugural address on April 15, South Korean President Lee Myung-bak made a live, televised address welcoming Kim Jong-un's remarks and promising sincere efforts to work with him to help the people of North Korea and eventually to unify the two societies. Within days of these events, North and South Korean leaders secretly exchanged high-level envoys to discuss cooperation. In short order, remarkable progress was made. On June 15, the anniversary of the first-ever North-South Korean summit, the two leaders separately announced fundamental agreements on all sorts of North-South Korean exchanges, including the establishment of official liaison offices in each capital, economic ties, and the opening of mail, telephone, and internet links between the peoples of the two halves of the divided peninsula. Soon, however, these dramatic developments resulted in tensions rising within the North Korean military due to disagreements about the new policy. In July, elements within the North Korean military staged several attacks against targets in South Korea just across the demilitarized zone. This raised tensions greatly, not only between North and South, but also within the North Korean military and between the military and civilian elites in the North. In these circumstances, Kim Jong-un traveled secretly to Seoul in early August to meet with South Korean President Lee Myung-bak. There, the two leaders negotiated a 10-year plan for confederation to commence on January 1, 2013. Kim Jong-un promised that North Korea would dismantle and destroy its nuclear weapons. The two leaders announced the confederation agreement separately in their capitals on August 15th, the anniversary of Korea's liberation in 1945 from Japanese occupation. The announcement prompted outright rebellion among elements of the North Korean military and government. In the chaos that followed, envoys of Kim Jong-un and Lee Myung-bak agreed on September 10 on immediate unification along confederal lines effective October 3, Korea's traditional National Foundation Day. In the days leading up to this agreement, South Korea, Japan, the United States, and China negotiated about the status of a unified Korea. Among other things, the United States assured China that it would not station U.S. forces north of Seoul, and and South Korea assured the PRC that it accepted North Korea's current borders with China. On this historic day of Korean unification, October 3, 2012, the situation in both North and South Korea is relatively peaceful and quiet. There remains concern about the reaction of some elements within the North Korean military, but overall the mood in unified Korea and in the international community as a whole is one of great hopefulness about Korean unification. The success of this project will depend greatly on your efforts. Please allow me to list some of the many issues that need to be urgently addressed. First, how and to what extent will the people of South Korea support unification, especially the financial cost? Second, what steps will be necessary for the people of North Korea to feel that they are being treated fairly, economically, politically, and socially? Third, what will be the exchange rate for North Korean currency changed into South Korean won? Fourth, how will property in North Korea be divided? Will South Koreans' property claims in North Korea be honored? Fifth, how quickly must the North Korean standard of living be raised? By what means? What should be the emphasis of economic development in North and South Korea? Sixth, how soon and to what degree should freedom of movement be permitted between North and South Korea? 7. What kind of education should North Korean children and adults be given to help them succeed in and contribute to unified Korea's future? 8. Should there be a truth and reconciliation process? Should any North Korean leaders be put on trial? How many? For what and for what actions? And finally, what should unified Korea's foreign and security policies be? Although these are daunting issues, I'm confident that with Koreans North and South working together, and with the full support of the international community, Korean unification will be successful. It will contribute to a better future for all Koreans and for the globe as a whole. Thank you very much.